And welcome to the PNW, the Pacific Northwest. We are here in Elma, Washington for race number 38 of 2024 with Kubota High Limit Racing at the Grays Harbor Raceway for the first trip for High Limit Racing here in the state of Washington. I am Chase Rodman up here in the Hasty Baked Grills booth, and a very early start time here tonight on the West Coast, 5 p.m. hot laps, so about 15 minutes away from hot laps getting on their way. And we know that our fans on the East Coast are probably very appreciative of that, being able to see hot laps at 8 p.m. as opposed to 9 p.m. So I know a lot of our East Coasters are looking forward to tonight being able to watch the full program without potentially falling asleep. So let's take a look at the weather forecast for tonight's race here in Elma, Washington. 73 degrees right now, winds at just 4 miles per hour, and clear skies. So a really, really nice night. Continues with the trend of all of our West Coast swing races so far, and looking forward to Skagit for the next 3 nights. The weather looks good for all of those races as well. Let's take a look at the race schedule for tonight. 29 of the 410 sprint cars are on the property. You're going to look at them right now back in the pit area. But the race schedule, it's the same as we are normally used to seeing. Hot laps and qualifying will lead things off here tonight. Heat race is a dash, a B main, 30-lap feature, which pays $12,000 to win and $1,200 to start. And last race's winner on Monday night at the Douglas County Dirt Track in Roseburg, Oregon, was James McFadden. He has been here in the past at the Elma, Washington facility at Grays Harbor Raceway, and he's got some experience, so maybe he can make it double up here over the last 2 nights of racing action here. Let's take a look at some of the notable entries for you here this evening. We do have a couple of drivers making their High Limit Racing debut tonight. Obviously, Justin Sanders, he's not making his debut, but he just finished second the other night as Roseburg. Jamie Veal, Shane Golobic, Tanner Holmes, Cole Macedo, also got Tyler Thompson and Dominic Selzy in the field. Landon Brooks, who literally, I'm not kidding you when I say this, just now pulled into the pit area. They had some issues there with Landon Brooks today. They had to go back to the shop. They had to put a new car together, and so it took them some time to get here. Got stuck in traffic as well. Trey Starks, who is so very good here at Grays Harbor, making his High Limit Racing debut tonight in the 55X, and Jock Goodyear making his Grays Harbor Raceway, debut tonight as well in the Kevin Kozlowski 57W here this evening. Here's some track facts for you to take a look at about Grays Harbor. Opened here back in 1995 and been hosting a lot of big-time sprint car racing ever since then, on and off. And as we mentioned, right here in Elma, Washington, you can tell by our map down there that we are about as close as it can get to Canada without actually being in Canada. We do have a Canadian driver in the field tonight making his debut. That's Levi Klatt. The surface, a 3/8 mile oval, track record set by David Gravel here back on September 6th of 2021 at 11.561 seconds. We'll see if we can get to anywhere near that time when we get into Capital Custom Trailer qualifying a little bit later on the race program. We are about 10 minutes or so away from hot laps for Kubota High Limit Racing. And speaking of Kubota, we've got Tony Laporta, our other broadcast partner down in the infield, along with Phil Martelli up here in the booth, who will be doing the modifieds tonight. Tony, you're hanging out with a Kubota tractor tonight.
This is the M7 152 Deluxe. And Chase, I kind of think of you as the deluxe part of the Hasty Bakes broadcast booth anytime we go anywhere with Kubota High Limit Racing. This big orange machine has been probably putting in a lot of hours here in the infield and all around the property at the Grays Harbor Raceway. We heard over the last couple of days while we were wrapping up in California, this place got hit hard with some rainstorms. But for the most part, you wouldn't really know it down here in the infield. There are a few soft spots. I sunk in maybe up to the old ankle on the on-clouds getting over here to the Kubota tractor. But other than that, the track looks really good. The infield's going to be solid. Me and my AME electrical pit reporter transport vehicle hopefully won't get stuck in any soft spots. But you know, we'll bring you those updates as they become available. You hit on it, a little bit of an earlier start here this evening. Cars on track for hot laps in less than 10 minutes at 5 p.m. Normally, Chase, that's when you're just getting out of bed. So, you know, I think that's going to bode well for us getting done and out of here a little bit earlier as we head to Skagit Speedway up in northwestern Washington for a really, really big weekend of racing there. The Grays Harbor Raceway, it welcomes Kubota High Limit Racing for the first time in 2024. And out on the West Coast, I think the story has absolutely been James McFadden. Justin Sanders, the NARC point leader, jokingly told me, this is a joke from him, folks, he said, oh, there goes the 83 pulling into the pit area. I guess we're all racing for second. He, of course, is kidding about that. Sanders and the rest of the pit area here are chasing victory every single time they hit the track with Kubota High Limit Racing. But Chase, there's no getting around that number 83 from Roth Enterprises with the Australian James McFadden behind the wheel have been deadly. Ever since we got out here onto the West Coast, they have only finished outside the top 5 once. That was a 6th place finish, and they've racked up a pair of victories out here on the road. James tells me that can mostly be attributed to not really searching for a loose or a tight condition in his number 83, but rather finding the car's attitude, finding the right attitude for his number 83. He said, based on what we've changed, we don't know if that new attitude we found in the car will work here at Grays Harbor, but it's giving me the confidence to go out there and do what I need to try to make moves, make passes, and win races. That and so many other storylines are sure to pop up here tonight at Grays Harbor. It's going to be a great night of racing. We've got cars on track for motor heat, and we will be back very, very shortly with hot laps and competitive action here on FloRacing. Don't go anywhere, folks. Live coverage of Kubota High Limit Racing will resume just after these messages.
Cars getting heat in the engines right now at the Grays Harbor Raceway for the 38th race of 2024 with Kubota High Limit Racing. Very close to getting underway with dirt draft hot laps here this afternoon. But before we can do that, we want to listen into an After the Checkers segment with a very popular driver at the track we were just at on Monday night, the Douglas County Dirt Track in Roseburg, Oregon. A local driver who lived just an hour down the road, a very popular driver. Tanner Holmes came home with his best career Kubota Highland Racing finish, a third-place result in that one. And Brian Walker was able to catch up with him after the Checkers, after Roseburg, Oregon. Let's take a look at that right now.
After the Checkers here at Douglas County, Roseburg, Oregon, a great crowd tonight, a great race. Story of the night, in my opinion, Tanner Holmes, the kid from Jacksonville, Oregon, what, an hour and a half down the road?
Yeah, not far.
Hour and a half down the road, first career podium with Highland Racing. How does it feel?
Feels great. I knew this was going to be a big night. I'm a racer, but I'm also a race fan, and I feel like, I haven't been at every high limit show this year, but I mean, the amount of people, people showing up for Oregon sprint car racing, because there's just not a lot of it. But yeah, no, felt really good. Just had a solid night, qualified. Had some stuff go our way in the heat race. I think it was Brad jumped, and it moved us to the front row, and we just took advantage of it and just kind of worked on our car. Never got to the lead or anything, but we were kind of just right there. Used restarts to our advantage, rolled the bottom, worked the top, and just, luckily I kind of know this place a little, I have a little more laps than some of these guys here, and this overall paid off for a good run.
Can you hear the crowd at all in your helmet?
Yeah.
That heat race win, I tweeted, I said,
it's nuts.
You would think he won the Knoxville Nationals.
It's crazy to me. Like, seriously, and I feel a lot of pressure when I come here, because I'm like, man, all these people are like, man, this is home, this is this, and we're gonna have laps here, but it's not like I've ran here 100 times.
Yep.
But it's so cool that we have that support and people that show up and support us no matter what. We've had a little bit of a rough stretch here, but I kind of figured this week hopefully was a chance for us to build some momentum back. Elma's another good track we've ran well at, and Skagit's a place we've had speed. So I think it's gonna be a good week just for high limit in general too. A lot of solid race tonight, and I think we got more coming up. You said you're a race fan just a minute ago. How big was tonight in the state of Oregon to get for this state to be back on the national sprint car? I think it's huge. Obviously too, I think it's perfect. You guys picked a Monday night. I don't think there's really much going on. Everyone's all eyes on this, and I think this is a place that I think this racetrack showed that it was pretty good. A little fast tonight. Usually it's a little slicker, but that happens from time to time. And we have some hidden gems in this state, like I said, that just run like local hobby stocks on a weekly show. But when sprint cars show up, it's good. So I just think that was a big deal, and I think that's what High Limit's been able to do a little bit, is show some of these racetracks that don't get as much eyes on them, and you guys fit us perfectly in the schedule. So I think we got a lot of love. So I think that like I said, there's a lot of potential in this area, and for you guys to build a good West Coast swing. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but there is a legion of fans ready to get this guy's autograph, and a lot of that is because of the following you built on YouTube. Yeah. What has it been like with your family's help, all your buddies' help, building the brand you've built? It's awesome, and it's huge for what we do. We wouldn't be out on the stage that we're at. I got very lucky last year. I got to drive and run with Shark Racing. That was awesome to be in a position of more as a driver, but now this is a program, and we're trying to build a program like, we're parked next to Rico, or we're parked next to Justin Peck, like these guys that are high rollers, and on a national stage. That's what we're trying to do, and just takes some time and growing pains, and I go through waves as a driver just like we all. So, but having that, I think, has been big for what I do, and as much as some nights it's not fun, and you have to tell what mistakes you made or why the night didn't go well, but then you have nights like this that make it all worth it, and it's big. And like I said, I just love being out here doing this, and these moments that are what we do it for. That's Tanner Holmes, fresh off a podium here at Douglas County. He's got a lot of autographs to sign. Kubota Highland Racing will be back Wednesday at Grays Harbor.
Nice job by that kid right there, Tanner Holmes. He had a podium run 2 nights ago, and now he shows up here to the Grays Harbor Raceway, a place where he's been on the podium before with the NARC King of the West Series just last year at a 3rd place result. Best finish with a National Touring Series here at Grays Harbor, a 12th place run with the World of Outlaws last year as well. So keep an eye on Tanner Holmes here tonight, as he does have quite a few laps compared to a lot of the drivers in the field tonight. I think I counted a little bit earlier. I think 10 or 11 cars tonight making their first ever laps here at Grays Harbor. Now let's look at the current point standings with Kubota Highland Racing. Things are getting a little bit tighter there when it comes to that final charter position. Brad Sweet, after his 8th place run last night, he's got his points lead up to 126 points over Tyler Courtney, excuse me. Rico Abreu is in 3rd in points, minus 248. Brent Marks, minus 280. And Corey Day, minus 307. But as you can see right there, with the stretch that McFadden's on, he is now just 10 points behind Corey Day in the owner's points. So basically, it's the Jason Myers 14, the Roth Enterprises 83, separated by 10 points. Justin Peck really not that far behind as well. He's only 60 points behind Corey Day. And they got Parker Price Miller in 8th, Spencer Bates in 9th, and 10th is the 26 of Zeb Wise. So that's the current owners' point standings with Kubota High Limit Racing as we head into Grays Harbor here tonight. Now let's look at our last 10 winners on the season. We've got James McFadden, who leads the way. He just got the win, obviously, the other night at the Douglas County Dirt Track. And then it was Corey Day getting the huge win at the Gold Cup Race of Champions on Saturday. Tanner Thorson and Corey Day split the 2 prelim nights there at the Gold Cup. McFadden won at Placerville. Tyler Courtney won at King Speedway in Hanford. Kyle Larson, the winner at the Tulare Thunderbolt. And then it was Rico Abreu at Lernerville. David Gravel for $100 grand at the Joker's Jackpot. And then it was Gio Selzy and Logan Schuhart. They split the 2 prelim nights, or the 2 prelim features at the Eldora Speedway earlier on this year. So a lot of different winners on that list, as you could see, but the one guy that's shown up quite a bit there is James McFadden, and for good reason. McFadden has been unbelievable here on the West Coast. He is the West Coast king, as you could say right now. 4th, 5th, 1st, 3rd, 6th, and 1st are his finishes on this High Limit Racing West Coast swing. We'll see if he can continue to be the only driver to finish top 10 in all of these races so far. We'll take a quick break here on FloRacing. When we come back, cars should be on the racetrack. Actually, hang on, not yet. Let's take a look at this. Dirt Draft. We got to talk about Dirt Draft, the standings right now. And Tyler McKim really wants me to talk about this because he is up there at the front of the pack when it comes to the FloRacing side of things. He is at the front of the pack right now. A 24-point lead over Nate, 54-point lead over Tyler Burnett. Then Brandon Paul right there, 78 points back. TLP is really slipping down the leaderboard right now. Back to 5th at -114. I forgot my lineup 2 or 3 times. I'm 1,274 points behind, so there is no hope for me. And then the overall with everybody, I believe there's 1,500 people that have partaken. Is that a word? Partook there in there. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but it looks like ENT Racing currently showing the way by a pretty healthy margin over Jay McKay 34, Bunkey in 3rd, Whoa Nelly Racing, and Chuck 1126, the top 5, Tony.
I was just going to say, Chase, I shouldn't have had all that popcorn.
Popcorn?
Because my hands are slippery from the butter, and I've been slipping down the standings.
Oh, right. You got butterfingers, Tony. You definitely have butterfingers. You were at the front there when we first started this thing off, but have slowly but surely had the anchor out. You've had the backup lights on and the beepers on as well if you've been moving down the standings. Take a look at this. If you got the QR code right here, make sure to get your phone out and hit that QR code. You can get yourself some High Limit Racing merchandise. If you're looking for a new t-shirt, a new hat, a new sweatshirt maybe, then you can get yourself and rep High Limit Racing at any track across the country. Or if you're here at the track tonight, make sure to stop by the official merchandise trailer for Kubota High Limit Racing, which is right behind the main grandstands here on the front straightaway. Cars are on the racetrack right now for our first Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night. And so let's introduce you to the cars that are on the speedway right now. The first driver you see out there closest to the flag stand, he's out of Harrisburg, Oregon. He drives the Kyle Main Motorsports, Ham Construction, A-Main Trucking, Stagco, number 35 KM. That's Tyler Thompson. Tyler Thompson in the 35 KM. And lined up next to him, making his High Limit Racing debut tonight from Langley, British Columbia, Canada, the Chilliwack Ford, Capstone Plastering, TM Anderson Law Firm, Cogswell Cogs, number 77 of Levi Klatt. Levi Klatt in the 77. Also on the speedway, from Lebanon, Indiana, the True Timber Camo, Nice Crete and Landis Block, JRC Transportation, High Performance Lubricants, PhilPools.com. Number 5, it's Spencer Paston. Spencer Paston in car number 5. And also on the racetrack, from St. Helena, California, the Rico Abreu, Kerbagajanian Racing, El Bandito, Yankee Tequila, Stadelhofer Construction, the Weiser Agency, Weld Racing, number 24, it's Rico Abreu. Rico Abreu in the 24. Also on the front stretch, ready to be fired off for hot laps. From Visalia, California, the Commercial Edge, Rasmussen Service Center, Elliott's Custom Trailers, Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Fat Ed's Eyewear, number 8, it's Corey Eliason. Corey Eliason in car number 8. Waiting for a couple more drivers to make their way onto the speedway for the first Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night. Dirt Draft will be the presenting sponsor of Hot Laps for every High Limit Racing event in 2024. The Dirt Draft app allows you to play against hundreds of dirt racing fans across the country. Simply select 5 drivers each night while staying under a $100,000 salary cap and accumulate points in the process. Use those points in the speed shop to buy all kinds of things. Download Dirt Draft or go to their website for more information at dirtdraft.com. New subscribers subscribers, you can see it on your screen right now, they receive a free t-shirt, also a $50 promo code to Deathridge Optical, a $20 code to My Race Pass All Access, $10 to GottaRace.com, and $10 to HuntTheFront.com. So there are a lot of reasons to make yourself a subscriber to Dirt Draft. It is free to download the app, and so make sure you do that, and you can join in on some fantasy dirt track racing. We appreciate their support of Kubota High Limit Racing. Cars now getting fired off right now for our first hot lap session of the night. More cars making their way onto the speedway now for this first session. The other driver is on the speedway is from Warrnambool, Victoria, Australia. The Power Chew Energy Gum Monty Farms, Rumbold Ford Fridge Tech, number 17 AU. It's Jamie Veal. Jamie Veal in the 17 AU. And from Lemoore, California, the Tarleton & Son Complete Parts and Equipment Solutions, Durst Incorporated, Banyan Associates, number 21, it's Cole Macedo. Cole Macedo in the 21. Still missing one car, and there he is, making his way onto the speedway now from Enumclaw, Washington. The Casey Kane Racer, Mike Kerr, Brumo's Collection, Factory Kane Shocks, Kane Screen Print number 9. It's Casey Kane. Casey Kane in car number 9. Those are the drivers in our first Dirt Draft hot lap session of the night here at Grays Harbor Raceway. Casey Kane back in his home state, ready to take on the high rollers here at Grays Harbor, and then up there at the Skagit Speedway for the next 3 nights. Kane, former winner here at the Grays Harbor Raceway, although it has been a very long time. A Northern Sprint Tour winner here back in 1998. Had an 11th place run against the Outlaws in 1997 and in 2021. So Casey Kane been running here at Grays Harbor for a very long time, making yet another start here at the Elma, Washington facility tonight. There is Jamie Veal, making his first start here at Grays Harbor since 2017 when he finished 16th against the World of Outlaws. Was 24th last night, or 2 nights ago, at the Douglas County Dirt Track when he got upside down in that main event. His best finish with High Limit Racing so far this year, an 8th place result at the Kings Speedway in Hanford, California. There is Landon Brooks on the speedway. Brooks is scheduled to be in our, what looks to be the 4th practice session here tonight. Brooks getting some heat in the engine. He was late to the ball game tonight as they were stuck in traffic, had to go home after the flip at Roseburg to build a new car, and Landon Brooks did not get engine heat yet, so getting some engine heat now in that 45 car. He heads back to the trailer. We'll see him later on in the 4th Dirt Draft hot lap session. The flagman is letting them know to wind the cars up. Let's go green for the first time tonight at the Grays Harbor Raceway. Lap times coming across the screen. Spencer Basin so far the fastest at 13.390. Rico Abreu is in second at 13.425. And then Tyler Thompson third at 13.527. Abreu now goes to the top at 13.263. So a new driver at the top of the speed charts there on his final lap. It's Corey Eliason in car number 8, a 13.252, 13252 for Corey Eliason. And it looks like we are going to, nope, the drivers will make their way back to the pit area, so we will not pack the racing surface in. That will be done, or that'll do it for hot lap session number 1. Eliason 13.252, Rico Abreu in second 13.263, Spencer Basin 13.277, and Cole Macedo 13.314. Tyler Thompson 13.474, and then it's Casey Kane, Jamie Veal, Levi Klatt, the 8 cars in that first session. Leading the next group of cars onto the speedway, the most recent winner with Kubota Highland Racing on Monday night at the Douglas County Dirt Track. From Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia, the Mobile One, Toyota Racing Development, Roth Enterprises, HR Livestock Transportation number 83, it's James McFadden. James McFadden in car number 83. And driver who ended up on the podium 2 nights ago from Jacksonville, Oregon, the Boss Superstore, DZ Truck Accessories, Shane DeWalt Trucking, S-Tech, Carbon Works, number 18T. It's Tanner Holmes. Tanner Holmes in the 18T. And from Snohomish, Washington, the James Bass Trucking, Art by Nature, Bickford Ford, Dunlap Industrial Hardware, number 14B. That's Bailey Jean. Bailey Jean in the 14B. And making his Highland Racing debut tonight from Puyallup, Washington, the TNC Concepts AL Driveline, Newland Bar Service, Fisher Racing Engines, number 55X. It's Trey Starks. Trey Starks in the 55X. From Aromas, California, the Farmers Brewing, MitchieConstruction.com, North County Plastering, Yuba Sutter Aviation, number 2X. It's Justin Sanders. Justin Sanders in the 2X. From Angola, Indiana, the Sundollar Restoration, Ford Performance, Sage Fruit, Race Reading Foundation, Routine Management, number 26. It's Zeb Wise. Zeb Wise in car number 26. And from Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Pell's Tire Service, RF Knox Company, the Auto Barn, RSI Outdoors, number 1A, that is Jacob Allen. Jacob Allen in the 1A as we go green on Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session number 2 here at Grace Harbor Raceway. Tanner Holmes to the top now. Justin Sanders goes to the top. He's got the first, or McFadden, the first car into the 12-second bracket, 12.811. Zeb Wise now second. Jacob Allen goes to second at 13.061. Checkered flag is waving on our second session. So James McFadden picking up right where he left off on Monday night. He is now the fastest in Dirt Draft Hot Laps at a 12.811. 12811. Trey Starks jumps to second quick at 12.935. Third quick Zeb Wise, 12.959. Jacob Allen fourth quick, 13.046. And Tanner Holmes, 13.114. The top 5 so far in Dirt Draft Hot Laps with 2 more sessions left to go. If this is your first time at a sprint car race, what you are seeing right now is basically a practice session. These drivers get 2 to 3 laps to practice, and then they'll come out and run 2 laps for qualifying. More drivers rolling trackside. The first one on the speedway from Indianapolis, Indiana. It's the NOS Energy Drink, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Spire Motorsports, number 7BC of Sunshine, Tyler Courtney. Tyler Courtney in the 7BC. And his NOS Energy Drink teammate now rolls on to the speedway as well. From Fremont, California, the Matt Wood Racing, Southern Pacific Farms, MV Drywall, number 17W. It's Sugar, Shane Golobic. Shane Golobic in the 17W. From Clovis, California, the Sander Engineering, 4Cs Construction, Autry Plumbing, SynCal, Driven to Save Lives, number 14, that's Corey Day. Corey Day in the 14. And from Fresno, California, the Red Rose Transportation, Selzy Enterprises, Redline Oil, Whipple Superchargers, number 41 of Dominic Selzy. Dominic Selzy in the 41. From Kokomo, Indiana, the Chalk Sticks Torsion Bars, Elite Wings, High Performance Lubricants, Octane Inc., Wakapiti, number 9P. It's the law firm, Parker Price Miller. Parker Price Miller in the 9P. And from Canton, Illinois, it's the NOS Energy Drink, Logan Contractor, Elliott's Custom Trailers, TK Concrete, Zip Bonds, number 55 of Chris Wyndham. Chris Wyndham in the 55. Final car on this session, or on the track for this session from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, thegroupbid.com, Baps Paint, Livewire Customs, number 19. It's Brent Marks. Green flag on our third of 4 Dirt Draft Hot Lap sessions tonight at Grace Harbor Raceway. Tyler Courtney in his Grays Harbor debut goes to the top, 12.698. 12698. Brent Marks to second at 12.807. Now Marks to a 12.760 as the checkered flag comes out, this time by. So Tyler Courtney now the fastest overall in Dirt Draft Hot Laps in car number 7 BC. It's a 12.698 for Sunshine. Second quick is now Brent Marks in the 19 at 12.760. James McFadden is third. Corey Day to fourth at 12.876. And Trey Starks rounds out the top 5 in Dirt Draft Hot Laps right now. Zeb Wise, Chris Windham, Jacob Allen, Shane Golovic, and Dominic Selzy, the top 10. We've got one more group of hot laps left to run before we get into Capital Custom Trailer qualifying, where the drivers will be on the racetrack, 2 of them at the same time. They will go for 2 laps. The best of those 2 laps will line them up for their heat race later on this evening. First car on the racetrack for this final hot lap session from Monrovia, Indiana, the Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, RKL Paving number 13. The driver is Justin Peck. Justin Peck in the 13. And from Launceston, Launceston, Tasmania, Australia, the Works Limited JVI Group, Gateway Chevrolet FK Shocks Banshee Graphics number 57W, it's Jock Goodyear. Jock Goodyear in the 57W. And making his Highland Racing debut tonight from Arlington, Washington, the Smith Adrian Motorsports, QuickTime Espresso, Linden's Restoration, Old Timers Bar and Grill number 17, it's Cam Smith. Cam Smith in the 17. From Minden, Nevada, the Smith Titanium, Factory Cane, Maxima Oil, Massey Valley Transportation, King Concrete, Ron Gross Motorsports, number 88, it's Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in the 88. And the current points leader with Kubota Highland Racing from Grass Valley, California, the Casey Kane Raceway Mike Curb, Napa Auto Parts, Brumo's Collection, Maximum Raceway's number 49, the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet in the 49. And from Lubbock, Texas, the High Plains Building Division, Carbon Safety Technology, Lubbock Wrecker, 5 Nights Truck Accessories, ShopTruckParts.com. Number 1, it's Brenham Crouch. Brenham Crouch in car number 1. Final car in this session from Yuba City, California, the Redline Welding and Construction, Morrison Engines, King Racing Products, number 45 of Landon Brooks. Landon Brooks in the 45 as we go green on our final practice session of the night here at the Grays Harbor Raceway. Jock Goodyear straight to the top, 12.686 for the 57W. Brad Sweet is third at 12.757. Checkered flag already being displayed from the flag stand here on our final hot lap session. Well, in his Grays Harbor Raceway debut, Jock Goodyear in the 57W, the fastest overall tonight in Dirt Draft Hot Laps, a 12.686 for the 57W. Tyler Courtney second at 12.698. Brad Sweet third in the 49 at 12.757. Brent Marks in 19, 12.760. And James McFadden fifth at 12.811. Tanner Thorson, Corey Day, Justin Peck, Trey Starks, and Zeb Wise, the top 10 fastest in hot laps here tonight. The next thing you see on the racetrack, it'll be qualifying presented by Capital Custom Trailers and Trailers. They are the #1 Renegade Toter dealers and the #1 Intech trailer dealers. No one sells more Toter Homes or Intech trailers than Capital Renegade Custom Trailers and Coaches. If you're in the market for a Toter Home or a trailer, trust the people that are there in the pits with you and that support the sport. Check out their complete lineup at www.capitalrenegade.com. The track record here at Grays Harbor, established on September 6th of 2021 by David Gravel. An 11.561 is the track record, so we are well off the pace of that, over a second off the pace of the track record after hot laps. So that track record, 11.561, might be able to last another year for David Gravel here tonight, as you're getting a look on our Forney Industries Speed Shot, one of our newest partners with not only FloRacing, but Highland Racing as well. We appreciate Forney Industries for their support of this series, and we hope that it grows into a long-term partnership. Hope to see them back on board next year as well. Upcoming schedule for Highland Racing. We're back in action tomorrow night at the Skagit Speedway in Alger, Washington on August 29th, 30th, and 31st. And it all culminates in a $102,626 to win main event on Saturday night. And then we head over to the East Coast once again. Port Royal Speedway on September 5th through the 7th for the Tuscarora 50. Lernerville Speedway a couple nights after that for the Commonwealth Clash and 2 nights of racing. 2 nights at Eldora, the Four Crown Nationals. Florence Speedway in Kentucky for the Kentucky Sprint Nationals. Atomic Speedway in Ohio. The night these stars come out, racing alongside the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series on October 1st. And then it is the finale of the midweek money series, the duel in Odessa at I-70 Speedway. Here we go for qualifying here tonight. First two cars onto the racetrack. Getting up to speed now from Lebanon, Indiana, the True Timber Camo, nice Crete Landis block. JRC Transportation, High Performance Lubricants, PhilPools.com, number 5 of Spencer Baston. And from Enumclaw, Washington, the Casey Kane Racer, Mike Kerr, Bruno's Collection, Factory Kane Shock, Kane Screen Print, number 9 of Casey Kane. Lap 1 for Spencer Baston is a 12.920, 12920. Casey Kane on lap number 1. He will go to the top, 12.850, 12850. Baston on lap number 2. He goes a little bit slower, 12.971. First one better, 12.920. Casey Kane on lap number 2. He will slow down as well to a 13.032. But his first lap, the fastest so far at 12.850. Casey Kane first and Spencer Baston second with a 12.920. Next 2 cars powering up now from Lemoore, California. The Tarleton & Son Complete Parts and Equipment Solutions. Durst Incorporated, Bandy & Associates, number 21 of Cole Macedo. And making his Highland Racing debut from Langley, British Columbia, Canada. The Chilliwack Ford, Capstone Plastering, T.M. Anderson Law Firm, Cogswell Cogs, number 77 of Levi Klatt. Levi Klatt in the 77, Cole Macedo in the 21. Cole Macedo coming off turn number 4 to complete his first lap, and it's going to be to the top, 12.641, 12641. Levi Klatt on lap 1, second quick, 12.783, 12783. Lap number 2 for Cole Macedo, it's going to be just a slower lap, 12.760. First one better, 12.641. Levi Klatt on lap number 2, he goes slower as well, 12.907. So now Cole Macedo the fastest in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying, and Levi Klatt is second in the 77, followed by Casey Kane and Spencer Baston. From St. Helena, California, the Rico Ebru, Kerbagajanian Racing, El Bandito, Yankee Tequila, Stadelhofer Construction, the Weiser Agency, Weld Racing, number 24, it's Rico Ebru, and that's not going to work. At least I don't think it is. As the 8 of Corey Eliason did not get pushed off in time, had the Highland Racing push vehicle behind him when he came onto the racetrack. Eliason out there in the Commercial Az, Rasmussen Service Center, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Fat Ads Eyewear, number 8, the driver out of Visalia, California. And so we're going to have to make sure that we get these guys powered up at the correct time. Do not want either of them to have an advantage over any other driver when it comes to when they get on the throttle. As we now are underway, looks like Rico is going to get the green flag this time by. Ebru, second place here last year with the World of Outlaws. 9th place run at Douglas County on Monday. His finishes on this West Coast swing, second, 13th, second, and 9th. Lap 1, he goes second quick, 12.691, 12691. Corey Eliason on lap number 1. He's going to go 6th quick, 13.071, 13071. Lap 2 for Ebru. He will improve to a 12.663, still second quick. Eliason, his first time here since 2016. Lap number 2, he's going to pick pick up time, but stay in 6th at 13.032. 13032. 6th quick for Corey Eliason, 2nd quick for Rico Abreu. Next two cars making their way to the racetrack now from Harrisburg, Oregon. The Kyle May Motorsports Hand Construction, A-Main Trucking Stadco. Number 35 KM, it's Tyler Thompson. And also on the speedway from Warrnambool, Victoria, Australia. The Power True Energy Gum, Monty Farms, Rumbold Ford, Fridge Tech. Number 17 AU, it's Jamie Veal. Jamie Veal in the 17 AU, Tyler Thompson in the 35 KM. Thompson, a 3-time ISCS sprint car winner. That's limited 360s. He's done that 3 times here at Grace Harbor. Lap 1. He's 7th quick at 13.113. 13113. Jamie Veal on lap number 1. He will be 8th quick. 13.135. 13135. Lap number 2 for Tyler Thompson. He will slow down to a 13.249. And for Jamie Veal on lap number 2, he will slow down as well, 13.180. So Tyler Thompson 7th and Jamie Veal 8th of 8 cars so far in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. Does appear that the track may be slowing down just slightly here at the beginning portion of this. We still have 21 more cars to come onto the racetrack for qualifying. Next two cars. The first one making his High Limit Racing debut from Puyallup, Washington. The TNC Concepts AL Driveline Newland Bar Service Fisher Racing Units number 55X of Trey Starks. Also on the racetrack, the most recent winner of the series from Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia. The Mobile One Toyota Racing Development, Roth Enterprises, HR Livestock Transportation number 83 of James McFadden. McFadden in the 83, Starks in the 55X. Lap 1 for Trey Starks. He is 5th quick, 12.873, 12873. McFadden on lap number 1. He's 3rd quick, 12.756, 12756. Trey Starks, a winner here earlier this year in a 360. Lap number 2, he will slow down to a 13.055. Lap 2 for McFadden. He is going to slow down as well to a 12.787. First one better was 12.756. That's 3rd quick for James McFadden and 6th quick for Trey Starks in the 55X. So Cole Macedo fastest at 12.641. Rico Abreu 2nd, 12.663. James McFadden in 3rd at 12.756. Levi Klatt 4th at 12.783. And then Casey Kane in 5th right now at 12.850. Qualifying next from Aromas, California, the Farmers Brewing, MitcheryConstruction.com, North County Plastering, Yuba Sutter Aviation. Number 2X here is Justin Sanders. And also on the racetrack from the Snohomish, Washington, the James Bass Trucking, Art by Nature, Bickford Ford, Dunlap Industrial Hardware. Number 14B of Bailey Jean. Bailey Jean, the 14B, and Justin Sanders in the 2X. Lap 1 for Justin Sanders is 11th quick, 13.193, 13193. Bailey Jean on lap 1. She's 12th quick, 13.381, 13381. Justin Sanders was 2nd here earlier this year with the NARC series. Lap number 2, he's going to improve to 8th quick at 13.011, 13011. Bailey Jean on lap 2, she's better as well, 13.253, 13253. Justin Sanders 8th and Bailey Jean in 12th. Of 12 cars so far, with 17 left to qualify. From Angola, Indiana, the Sundollar Restoration, Ford Performance, Sage Fruit, Race Green Foundation, number 26. Here is Zeb Wise. And also on the racetrack from Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Pell's Tire Service, RF Knox Company, the Auto Barn, RSI Outdoors, number 1A of Jacob Allen. Jacob Allen in the 1A, Zeb Wise in the 26. Zeb tonight in his Grace Harbor Raceway debut was 16th 2 nights ago at the Douglas County Dirt Track. Lap 1 for Zeb. He's going to be 7th quick, 12.919, 12919. Jacob on lap number 1, 11th quick, 13.109, 13109. Jacob, a 3rd place finisher here in 2022 with the Outlaws. Lap 2 for Zeb. He's going to go slower, 13.060, 13060. Lap 2 for Jacob. He's now 7th quick, 12.875, 12875. Jacob Allen 7th and Zeb Wise 8th of 14 cars here in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying with 15 left to run. So that is the halfway point of qualifying right there. Monday night's third place finisher on the speedway now from Jacksonville, Oregon, the Boss Superstore, DZ Truck Accessories, Shane DeWalt Trucking, S-Tech, Carbon Works, number 18T, it's Tanner Holmes. Also on the racetrack from Fremont, California, the NOS Energy Drink, Mattwood Racing, Southern Pacific Farms, MV Drywall, number 17W of Sugar, Shane Golovic. Shane Golovic in the 17W, Tanner Holmes in the 18T. Tanner Holmes on lap number 1. He will be 14th quick, 13.223, 13.223. Golovic in his Grays Harbor debut, 13.115. He's 13th quick in the 17W. Tanner Holmes in the past here, a 12th place run with the Outlaws last year. He will slow down on lap 2 at 13.399. And for Golovic on lap number 2, he will slow down as well to a 13.245. Golovic 13th at a 13.115, and Tanner Holmes 15th at a 13.223. They were 13th and 15th of 16 as we roll on with Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. From Clovis, California, the Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Autry Plumbing, Sincal, Driven to Save Lives, number 14 of Corey Day. And from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrewBid.com, Baps Paint, Livewire Customs, number 19 of Brent Marks. Brent Marks in the 19, Corey Day in the 14. Corey Day on lap number 1. He is going to be 12th quick, 13.048, 13.048. Brent Marks on lap number 1. How about 18th quick, 13.281, 13.281 on lap 1 for Brent Marks. Lap number 2 for Corey Day. He will slow down to a 13.228, 13.228. And Marks looking for an improvement on lap 2. He will not get it, 13.347. So Corey Day 12th and Brent Marks 18th of 18 cars so far in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. Track has certainly slowed down here in the middle portions of this qualifying session. We'll see what this guy can do. I believe he was the fastest overall earlier on in hot laps from Indianapolis, Indiana, the NOS Energy Drink, Elliott's Custom Trailer Cars, Spire Motorsports, number 7 BC of Sunshine, Tyler Courtney, and also on the Speedway from Fresno, California, the Red Rose Transportation, Selzy Enterprises, Redline Oil, Whipple Superchargers, number 41 of Dominic Selzy. Dominic Selzy in the 41 and Tyler Courtney in the 7 BC. Courtney tonight in his Grays Harbor Raceway debut. Lap 1 for him is going to be a 12th quick, 13.042, 13.042. Selzy, a NARC winner earlier this year right here at Grays Harbor. Lap 1, 13.408, 13.408. Tyler Courtney on lap number 2. He is going to be better, 11th quick, 13.018, 13.018 on lap 2 for Tyler Courtney. Here's Dominic Selzy on lap 2. He will improve 13.374, but stays in the 20th position of 20 cars so far in qualifying. Getting underway next from Kokomo, Indiana, the Chalk Sticks Torsion Bars, Elite Wings, High Performance Lubricants, Octane Inc., Wakapedi, number 9P, the law firm, Parker Price Miller, and also on the racetrack from Canton, Illinois, the NOS Energy Drink, Logan Contractor, Elliott's Custom Trailers, TK Concrete, Zip Bonds, number 55, it's Chris Wyndham. Chris Wyndham in the 55, Parker Price Miller in the 9P. Both these drivers tonight in their Grays Harbor Raceway debuts. PPM 20th at Douglas County on Monday. Wyndham 17th in that race. And Parker's upside down in turn 4. PPM getting upside down in the 4th corner. Did not see what happened there. Was reading the stats on my sheet here and was not able to get a look as to what happened.
Chase.
Sounds like he may have just gone up into the bad stuff over there, Tony, and gotten to the wall.
Yeah, Chase, they've been working higher and higher up the groove here in 3 and 4, chasing moisture and grip. And Parker got close the first time by, but he got up over the lip there, and the car just got away from him. And when he was in that soft, loose stuff, the back end just came around on him, got right into the outside retaining wall around the outside. And it was a pretty good little hit. He took in from the tail tank to the back of the wall, and that's what set him over. But the good news is safety crews quick on the scene here from Grays Harbor and with Kubota High Limit. They've already got Parker back down on all 4 wheels, and they're leaning in, talking to him right now.
Well, Tony, one of the things that you'll notice about Grays Harbor is the difference is as the banking goes up the track, once it gets to about 1.5 lanes off the wall, that banking starts to kind of shelf off, and that you can see it right there. Parker gets off of the kind of the taller part of the banking there, gets over the edge of it, and the car just starts sliding and sliding until he gets into the wall down there. And we're getting a look at the damage sustained to the Chalk-Sticks Torsion Bars number 9P car right now on our FloRacing screen. But you could see it when you're down there on the racetrack. You can really tell how much that banking shelves off on both ends of the speedway. I would say it's more abrupt in 3 and 4, but it definitely happens in 1 and 2 as well. Cole Macedo, currently the fastest in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying in car number 21 at a 12.641. Rico Abreu is second. Third spot right now is James McFadden. Fourth is Levi Clatton. Fifth is Casey Kane. Sixth is Trey Stark. Seventh, Jacob Allen. Eighth, Zeb Wise. Ninth, Spencer Bastian. And 10th is Justin Sanders. Looks like Parker Price Miller has climbed out of the race car down there in turn 4. Tony, can you tell us more?
Yeah, he is out of the car. He did let me know he is okay, but did decline the opportunity to talk. And the best news is, though, that he was quick out of the car. He popped the helmet off quickly, and he is all right. But there is significant damage to the back end of that race car, so they're going to just focus on getting that thing back to the 9P hauler as quick as they can. Because, Chase, like we've talked about all trip out here on the West Coast, these drivers come all the way from the Midwest and some from farther, like the East Coast, and they are chasing a championship back tonight. This is one of those regular season championship points-paying events, so Parker knows that he has to get into tonight's main event and earn as many points as possible to continue to move up the leaderboard.
Certainly does, and we'll see if PPM and the crew can make the repairs in time to get him back out. We do have, I believe it's 26 of the modified, so they're going to have time with modified hot laps, opening ceremonies, and they'll see where he slots out in a heat race. He does not get an official lap time here in qualifying, as the crash happened as he was coming to the white flag to take his first lap. So Parker Price Miller not going to get a lap in officially, and that'll just set up Chris Windham by himself out there on the speedway. For PPM, he came in off a 20th place run at Douglas County on Monday. Best finish this year for Parker with high limit, a 3rd place result on 2 occasions, one of them at I-70 Speedway in Odessa, Missouri, the other one at the Lawrenceburg Speedway in Indiana. Best finish overall this year, a 2nd place run with the World of Outlaws at Knoxville Raceway. Did lead some laps in that main event that night, but ultimately came home in the 2nd position as they get that car carted off the track in turn number 4. Somebody is missing a dog. Your dog, a brown Labrador, is out there by the front gate going crazy out there. So if you own a brown Labrador Retriever, you need to go pick that up outside the main gate here at Grays Harbor as we continue on. Chris Windham out there on the racetrack by himself. He'll see the green flag this time by. Windham tonight in his Grays Harbor Raceway debut was 17th at the Douglas County Dirt Track on Monday night, as he'll try and work low in 3 and 4. We're seeing guys try different things here as the track is slowed down. Lap 1 for Windham is 21st quick at 13.466, 13.466. Windham, best finish this year came on Saturday night at the Gold Cup Race of Champions at Chico's Silver Dollar Speedway, 3rd place result there. Lap number 2 for Windham, he will slow down to a 13.481. First lap better, 13.466. That is 21st quick of 21 cars for Chris Windham. Just 7 cars left to come out and qualify here tonight. Cole Macedo, as we mentioned there just a few moments ago, still the fastest driver in the Tarleton Racing number 21. A 12.641 is the time that all these drivers are trying to beat as we continue on. From Yuba City, California, Red Line Welding and Construction, Morrison Engines, King Racing Products. Number 45 here is Landon Brooks, and also on the Speedway making his high limit racing debut. From Arlington, Washington, the Smith Adrian Motorsports Quick Time Espresso, Linden's Restoration, Old Timers Bar and Grill. Number 17 of Cam Smith. Cam Smith in the 17, Landon Brooks in the 45. Brooks tonight his Grays Harbor debut. Cam Smith, an ASCS National Tour winner here in 2021. Lap 1 for Brooks is 21st quick, 13.424, 13.424. Cam Smith on lap 1, he is 23rd quick, 13.480, 13.480 for the 17. Lap number 2 for Landon Brooks. He will slow down to a 13.575, 13.575. Cam Smith on lap 2. he will slow down as well, 13.519. So Landon Brooks 21st and Cam Smith 23rd of the 23 cars that have taken the time here tonight at Grays Harbor. Just a handful more left to go. The next one onto the speedway, the young driver out of Lubbock, Texas, the High Plains Building Division, Carbon Safety Technology, Lubbock Wrecker, 5 Nights Truck Accessories #1 of Brenham Crouch, and also on the racetrack from Minden, Nevada, the Smith Titanium Factory Cane, Maximum Oil, Messina Valley Transportation, King Concrete, number 88 of Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in the 88, Brenham Crouch in the 1. Pair of high rollers, both of them in their Grays Harbor Raceway debut tonight. Brenham got in the wall off of turn 4, lap 1, a 14.020 for Tanner Thorson on lap 1. He will go to 22nd quick, 13.449, 13.449 for Tanner Thorson on lap 1. Crouch again getting over the edge of the banking right there. Lap number 2, he will not improve, 14.080, and Thorson on lap 2, he will go slower, 13.508. Thorson 22nd and Crouch 25th. With 3 more cars left to qualify. Next up, it's the driver that was fastest overall in hot laps earlier on this evening. From Launceston, Tasmania, Australia, the Works Limited, JVI Group, Gateway Chevrolet, FK Shocks, Banshee Graphics, 57W of Jock Goodyear, and also on the racetrack from Monrovia, Indiana, the Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treat by Design, RKL Paving, number 13 of Justin Peck. Justin Peck in the 13, Jock Goodyear in the 57W. Both of these drivers, as we've said many times tonight, in their Grays Harbor Raceway debut. Lap number 1 for Goodyear is 22nd quick, 13.447, 13.447. Lap 1 for Justin Peck, he is 26th at 13.773, 13.773. Goodyear on lap number 2. He will slow down to a 13.600, 13.600. And for Justin Peck on lap number 2, he's a 13.778. First lap just slightly better, 13.773. He was 26th. Meanwhile, Jock Goodyear 22nd at 13.447. Your final qualifier hits the speedway now. It's the current points leader with Kubota Highland Racing from Grass Valley, California. The Casey Kane race with Mike Curb, Napa Auto Parts, Brumo's Collection, Maximum Racels number 49. Here's the big cat, Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet in the 49. Sweet taking the green flag. This will be his 11th career Grays Harbor Raceway start. Was second here with the World of Outlaws in 2017. 5 top 5 finishes to his credit here at this racetrack. Lap 1 for Brad Sweet is 19th quick, 13.268, 13.268. Brad coming in off of an 8th place result at the Douglas County Dirt Track on Monday night. Lap number 2 for Brad Sweet, it will be slower, 13.382. First one better, 13.268. 19th quick for Brad Sweet in the 49. Well, race fans, that's going to do it tonight for Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. How about a round of applause for your quick timer tonight, the 21 of Cole Macedo. 12.641 for the Tarleton Racing entry. Rico Avery second, James McFadden third, Levi Klatt in his high limit debut 4th, and Casey Kane in 5th. Getting a look at the 21 car for Cole Macedo's lap here. He went out when the track still had a ton of grip in it. Going out early certainly was a big benefit for these drivers here tonight, and Cole Macedo took full advantage of it. Going quick time, 12.641. We'll take a quick break here on Flow. When we come back, it should be hot lap time for the modifieds here at Grays Harbor.